This is a happy moment. So, dear respected Thai, dear beloved community, can you hear me well? Dạ, thông dịch tiếng Việt có được chưa ạ? Trăng tháng 8 nghe được chưa? Again, this is a happy moment. Thank you for coming this morning with us here in the big hall. Today, June 28, 2024, we are here in the Ocean of Peace Meditation Hall in the Tea Park Monastery. This is the third day of the family retreat. And we have the special morning this morning for the kids, for children, for twin and teen. There will be the legendary moment for them to enjoy their parents in the retreat. They practice together, family. We call the beginning a new practice. So as a monk and nuns in Plum Village tradition, we all through the children program to take care of the children. So when I was a novice, I enjoyed very much children program. And the most beautiful moment in the children program is today, this morning, beginning anew with parents, where is the place that with the support of the monastic, the children can share with the parents everything in their heart. And the parent can listen to the children and also can share with the children their love, their difficulties, their happiness, their everything. So now in the meditation hall of Solidity Hamlet or meditation hall of Clarity Hamlet, there will be happen many happy moments of the family. And I love the most. And for us, we came here with the children inside of us. And also we bring our parents inside of us too. You know, I carry my father everywhere in my way of talking, laughing, working, and worrying. And also we also care parents, children, grandparents, our aunt, and our uncle with us wherever we go. So I would like to share with you about the beginning a new practice. So may I ask, how many of us, this is your very first time to listen about beginning a new practice of Plum Village tradition? Sister Áo Nghiêm, Brother Mani, thank you. Thank you to offer me that flower. So my full Dharma name is Sister Moon over the ancient temple. My teacher called me that. I am on the way to go to the ancient temple. Vietnamese name tên của con tiếng Việt là sư cô Trăng chùa xưa. Yeah. So today, my elders asked me to come here to share about my practice of beginning anew after 14 years of practicing in the monastery. So this is the time to do homework. So the topic today will be cultivating true love. So I have two lives. One is before ordained, 29 years with parents, with my sister, my brothers, and the one after ordained, the life, that the monastic life, since I 29 years old until now 14 years. So I learned how to cultivate true love in the spiritual family and to support my blood family. So today I will share how I practice. Our master of beginning anew is Sister Trân Không. If you know her, if you came to Plum Village in France, you will see her and you will hear a lot about Sister Changkhong, Sister Emptiness. She's our master for beginning a new practice, and she have a lot of people to healing their suffering and then rebuild their happiness. And I learned from her. I learned from many elders how to practice and how to apply in my daily life. So very simple practice, beginning anew. We have 4 steps, but it's not a technique. So we don't come to monastery to learn technique. We don't have technique. We have a way. We have a way to be mindful, a way of practicing, a way of living, a way of contribute every minute to be a happy moment, happy day, happy month, and happy year. So at the beginning a new practice, we start with the step 1, we call flower watering. It's expressing gratitude. When the monks and nuns do beginning anew, do you have any idea about that? When they suffer? No, they do it every day. We do it beginning anew every day. Yeah. We do beginning anew with ourselves, and we do beginning anew with others. So every monks and nuns, we practice beginning anew every day, every moment, every step, every breath. The first step we call flower watering is the way to say thank you. It's the way to appreciate. So in a daily life, we know that we live together in the same house, same family, same community. We know that everybody contribute their talents, their ability, their work, their practice, their laugh, their smile. So we observe, we receive it, and we treasure it. And the beginning anew is the time to share for ourselves and to share for others the flower. It's very easy, very simple. It's not a technique, it's a way to be mindful. I will tell the story. I love to tell the story. Do you want to hear the story? Yeah. Before the family retreat, we have opportunity to do home visit. I'm here, my parent house in Vietnam, but I do home visit here. We almost 40 monastic monks and nuns together. We do home visit in America. We went to 2 homes of the parents of 2 monks. They are local monks. Their house way down there, bottom of the mountain, 1 hour for car. And they opened the door for us to do home visit. And that was a legendary moment to discover the home of American. I am the Vietnamese nun. I don't know how American home. How is your happiness? How is your suffering? So in order to prepare the talk today, I need many helps to understand your culture, your story, your home. So we spend whole day to do home visit. We enter the house of the first monk, the parent of the first monk. And you know that I discover many flowers, many happy moments in that home, in American home. Do you know where is it? Where is the flower? On the walls. On the walls. Do you know what? It's the picture. That is your culture, to show up the flower, the happy moment, It's a picture for sibling, for grandparent, for parent grow up. In my culture, my parents keep all the picture in the album. And when the guests come, or my auntie come, my uncle come, my mom will bring mountain of the album. And then they spend whole day to explain, this is her 5 years old, this is the boy 4 years old, and la 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 for whole day. But American house, you just do walking meditation, slow walking meditation to the wall of the house of Americans. You will discover your flower. Is it right? Is that correct? Yeah. Thank you for support. So, you know, I asked permission my sibling daddy that, dear daddy, may I film your home, your house? Because we have 40 monastic come today, but in total we have 70 monastic in Deer Park right now. May I bring your happiness, your flower back to the Deer Park, to Monastery? And the daddy said, okay, yes, of course. So I film all the picture on the wall. And that's where the flower in the American house. And I have chance to ask daddy, ask mommy that, what happened moment is that, was that? And learn about the parent, the grandparent moment. So at the beginning, when we first met each other, when my father and my mother married to each other, they fall in love. They have a lovely story, and that's the flower. So beginning anew with first step, flower watering, we share with each other that. I'm sure that you have a lot of flower in your family, in your room, in your living room, in your kitchen. But if you don't have a happy home, a happy parents, I'm sure that you will find out by the way of practice, by the way of meditate. If you don't know your father talents, you look at yourself. You do sitting meditation, you do walking meditation, you do total relaxation. You observe yourself and you will recognize your father talents, your mother talents. They have transmitted all to you. I'm guaranteed for that because before I become a nun, I hate my father a little bit. When I enter teenager time, it's difficult for myself and for my father too. So our communication cuts off a while, and I have suffered. That's why I find a way to out of suffering. And then when I can understand my father, I love him again, and I do beginning anew with my father. Remember, for my first monastic life, when I can discover the flower in my father again, I call him and I water the flower on him. Yeah, that's it, the fruit of the practice that I cultivate in every steps, every breath. I call my daddy and say, Daddy, now I love you very much. Now I know that my capacity to sit here, to share in the public, in front of a lot of people, is because of you. You transmit that seed to me. If I didn't receive that positive seed from you, I could not do it today. So I am your continuation. I can do it because of you. You know, in Clarity Hamlet, we have 40 nuns now. A lot of sisters, their English better than me. They practice better than me. They're offering contribution for the community better than me. I learn a lot from them. But because I'm not nervous not much to sit in front of a lot of people, so I sit here to share. But in Clarity Hamlet, a lot of nuns, a lot of my elder sister, my younger sister, who offer the community days and nights beautiful practice and beautiful transforming. So because of my father, I have an ability to sit here to share with you. So we do flower watering every day. I do it every day for my father, my mother, myself. Every moment that I recognize the good condition that I have. For those who camping here in the campground, if you see sister, her name is Sister Tuk Ngim. If you see her, you bow to her. She's the one who offers you a beautiful crowd. She had to cut the grass and arrange that. It's beautiful, it's soft enough, clean enough for your camping, for your children, and for your family. That is the way monastic to offer. And every time I walk through the campground, even though I don't join my palm, but inside of me, I bow to you, Suko, that you offer the community. Very silent. Many sisters offer silently, many brothers offer silently to contribute the preaching like that. And we know that you come and you also contribute to us good memories. We love to listen the laugh and the cry of the children, you know, only family retreat, only in the family retreat. We have like 110 children here around Monastery. It's a legendary moment, and we all happy with that. So very easy. Can we practice the first step now? Is it okay? Is it clear? Is it easy for practice? So I already offer you paper in front of your sheet. If you happy, could you please offer us your flower? It means that you water flower for yourself. It's not about offer flower for monastic, please. Offer for yourself. If your name is Shara, you can say, Dear Shara, thank you for drinking enough cool water, fresh water. Thank you for keeping smiling. So you offer for your flower for yourself, or you can offer flower for your parents, your children, even though they are not here, your auntie, your family member. And we can collect, and we can hang somewhere that children can enjoy too. So it's one way of collecting the flower in the monastery. Yeah, if you feel free to share, so after that you can share to me. I may hand around the serving table, and then children can enjoy. If you don't want to write your name, you write your nickname, or you don't want name, you don't write name. Just say thank you to yourself. By the way, that we don't recognize you, but we receive your flower. Is it okay to do it? So maybe Sister Green Mountain, Sister Tansheng, we invite us one sound of the bell. We sit comfortably, relax, take 3 breaths to reflect on inside of us. How is our flowers? How is our parents' flower? And then we can offer on the paper. Yeah, thank you, Sister Thanh Sơn. So please enjoy the flower writing. So, dear friends, thank you for practicing with us. The first step, I know that now a lot of flower in the meditation hall. And you know, the second step we call sharing regrets. It means that time to say sorry, to express what we have done that hurt ourselves, hurt our beloved one, our parents, our children, and our sibling. So recently, I discovered that I need to say sorry a lot for my ugly face. You know that when I have enough mindfulness, like this moment, because of your supporting, so my face is beautiful a little bit. But when I am mindfulness, my face very ugly. And it brings a lot of wrong perception in the community life. So maybe when I was teenager, I already have my ugly face, so I bring a lot of suffering for my daddy, for my father. Because the capacity to practice mindfulness is not strong enough, not solid enough for us. We are partly Buddha, partly awakening human being. Is not Buddha whole time. So when I have mindfulness, my face relaxed and friendly. But when I am mindfulness, my face very ugly. I discovered that because my elders remind me that you can talk, but don't do like that. You can talk, but don't make angry in your face when you communicate with me. But you know, it's uncontrolled. I don't know that. The only place that I cannot see is my face. Is that right? Is that correct? I don't see my face, but I see your face. And I don't see my face, but you see my face, right? So my face share many things that I don't know. You see, it's not fair. Because my capacity of practice, mindfulness, is a little bit like this, but my habit is like this. You see? So it's out of my consciousness, is the store consciousness showing in my face. But I didn't recognize that because I don't see it, so I don't recognize. So living in the community, I receive the support from my elders. My younger, they don't remind me, but my elders, they remind me. They often give me the contribution for myself to grow up. So they always tell me that, okay, you share, but don't make ugly face. I listen to you, but don't make ugly face. So from that, many sisters told me that, and I accept, okay, look back into myself and see what is my suffering. Did I press my suffering? So in my consciousness, I said, I have no suffering. I have no problem with you. I have no problem with you. But in store consciousness, I have. I don't, my mindfulness not solid enough, not strong enough for me to recognize, to embrace that. But it shows everything in my face. So one time, I do beginning anew with my younger sister. She's novice. And I told her that, please don't suffer because of my face. I'm sorry that I have stomach ache. So my face ugly. It's not about I hate you. So don't look at my face and become suffer. And don't take my suffering to your suffering. It's my shortcoming. I'm sorry about that. I am on the way of practice, even though 14 years, but it's a long life. I know that, but please forgive me that if you see my ugly face, don't take it's your. Don't see that it's your mistake. No, it's my problem. It's because my body is not feeling well. I have Asian stomach, so I cannot eat tomato, a sour one, sour food. So when I eat that, it's very painful. So I will offer ugly face right away. It's not about your practice, so please don't follow my face when it's ugly. So by understanding my suffering, my habit, so to practice say sorry. So if your partner suffer because of your face, I know that my father suffered because of my face. So say sorry to them. It's time to say sorry. Sorry that sometimes I cannot control my habit. I cannot embrace my habit. So I offer you a strong voice, an ugly face, a very strong action that hurt you. I'm sorry. So it's very simple. Just say sorry when we recognize that. Don't let it through, don't forget. Because it's an opportunity for us to practice and to reconciliation. In healing right away, when we recognize that, just say sorry. If we don't have good condition to say sorry, we send email to say sorry. We send SMS to say sorry. But don't letting go of the saying sorry, because it's healing. It's a rebuild the relationship again. So I am the one who says sorry often, and my elder tell me that don't just say sorry, you transform, you practice. Don't say sorry too much, you know. So sometimes saying and doing is different. I'm sorry. One day I received the email from my sister-in-law, my younger sister-in-law. I only have one, my younger brother, my blood younger brother. I love him dearly. The only one person that I asked permission to become a nun is him, only him, because 14 years ago, I asked him that, may you take care of our parents so I can have the free life, the life of a nun. You know, the lives of monastic, we don't live in the blood family anymore. We live whole life in the community. So I need to ask permission him that, may you take care of our parents. May you be by the side with my father and my mother, so I can offer my youth life for everybody, for the community life. And he said yes. That's why I'm here today. And 14 years later, his wife sent me an email, a letter, and said, I could not bear with him. He's so suffering. I want to stop this wedding. It's too much. And you know, they have 3 children, and their children is angel. In my family, my father and my mother love them, and because of the children, so my family have a lot of happiness. My grandmom too, the mother of my father. So I embrace her suffering. I am the only one that she shared that information, and I hold that suffering, and I do walking meditation. I do sitting meditation. I do touching of the earth to embrace the suffering of a wife, a young wife, who suffer with 3 children, husband, and then take care of both side of parents, her parents and my parents. And overnight, one night later, I wrote a love letter to her. The letter to say sorry. I'm sorry that you take care of my parents. I'm sorry, I drink too much water. I wrote a love letter for her and say that I'm sorry that you take care of my parents. It's my job. I'm sorry that I cannot help you. I cannot close to you now. I'm sorry that I'm very far in America and you are in Vietnam. I know you're suffering. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming. Come to my family and take care of my younger brother and take care of my parents and take care of my nieces. I know that it's too much work for you. And I know that you suffer. I'm sorry. I promise you that 2 years later, when I have time to do home visit, I will offer you my present. We will together go somewhere to camping and to hang around and to be a free wife without children, without husband. And I'm sure that you not married only him. You married me too. You married my parents too. You married my grandparents too. We all love you. We know that you suffer. Being a mother with 3 children is a lot. And also, I sent the letter for my younger brother too. I'm sorry that I left my parents with you. I'm sorry that you are busy. I'm sorry that you work hard. And I'm sorry that 3 children make you busy and you don't have enough time to take care of your wife. Your honeymoon time with your wife now shorter because of the children, because of taking care of parents. I'm sorry. So I sent 2 love letters to them to heal their suffering. So the second step is sharing regrets, sharing that we have done or we have not do it. We neglect to do it to make people suffer. And luckily that they happy again. And then they keep the family again. I support my family by the way to practice it, non-practice. Because some of members in my family, they practice with me, but some of family members, they're not familiar with the practicing. But it's not problem. We have many skillful ways to support our family member if we know the practice. So if we know the practice, we have the skillful way to support our family, to practice. So don't tell family member that you should do sitting meditation, you should do walking meditation. No, I never do that in my family. But I did walking in my house. I did sitting in my house. And then my mom, my grandmom, saw my practice. And they practice. And they don't call that a walking meditation. But it's okay. They walk and they're happy. They walk and they release the anger. That's good enough. Okay, The mantras, I love to practice the mantra. You know, the first summer retreat in New Hamlet in France, I take care of the children for friends. And I create my own mantra. Don't die before summer ends with the children. I love to practice mantra, and the mantra help us to cultivate the mindfulness energy and then to change the feeling, to change the energy. So if we have a negative energy, we practice mantras to transform and to cultivate the positive energy. So we have a lot of mantras, and you can do your own mantra too. This is a mantra from Thai, our teacher. The first one, this is a happy moment. The second one, I know you are here and I am happy. The third one, I'm here for you. So for the mantras, we can practice together with the beginning a new practice. If you want to know more, you come to the bookstore, ask the Đắc Nghiêm. Maybe I don't know any book with all the mantras of Thai. Yeah. So the third step, expressing a hurt. For sure, I make somebody suffer, but somebody also make me suffer. So how to practice the third step? That expressing our suffering, our hurt, without cultivate more suffering. That's also the practice. When I first arrived here 2 years ago, my brother Peace, brother Trời Minh An, he interviewed me and he asked me a question. Sư chị, why did you decide to become a nun? Brother Peace. And at that moment, I answered him with 2 reasons that I become a nun. First is, I would like to discover the life of freedom. And the second reason that I would like to support my parents. Because I have seen that the life of family is so difficult for my parents at the end. So I want to support them suffer less, but I don't know the way. When I found Plum Village practice, I found the way. So I practice to support my parents. So that is 2 reasons for me to become a nun. So if you call yourself a practitioner, it means you have reason to practice. Why you decide to become a practitioner? Why you choose the practice to go with your life? Because of your freedom? Because of your happiness? Because of your beloved one happiness? Your parents? Your couple? Your children? So keep that. Keep the mind of love at the beginning and go with that. I will share with you the practice that I love the most. And the practice we call breathing room or breathing corner. Every monastic, we create a breathing corner for us. We don't have our own room. We share the room. Like myself, I share the room with 2 more sisters. So 3 of us in the room. Some room with 8 sisters. So we only have a corner. I have a small corner by the window, very small like that. And I create the breathing room is from Thai teaching. Thai taught us how to practice in the breathing corner, breathing room. So if your house is big enough, you have your own, the free room, so you can become it a breathing room. or breathing corner. In my culture, we have phòng thờ, is the room for memories of my ancestor. But after become a nun, I asked my parents to change the room because phòng thờ thành phòng thở. It means that the room for church come and offer incense with the picture of grandparents who passed away. So we turn to become a breathing room. That's the room for us to practice instead of just keep the memories moment. So I have my own breathing corner, and all the monks and nuns, we have own breathing corner. And in Deer Park, a lot of breathing corner outside that we create for you for this retreat. You see, close to the big hall or by side to the big hall, we have bench, and then you can sit and you can face to the mountain. You can breathe. It's called breathing corner. Yeah, breathing room or breathing corner. And I hope that Deer Park will be your breathing place in your life. My monastery is my breathing place in my life. So we have the spiritual practice in our life, in daily life. It supports us a lot. So the breathing corner, I share with you a happy story I love the most in my room. As a nun, we change room every year. So before winter, for 3 months retreat, we change the room. We have new roommate. It's a practice. So for this year, I stay in the room with my elder, one elder and one younger. And my elder have her own breathing room, breathing corner with the Buddha statue and flower. And every early morning, she wakes up, and the first thing she does is she light up the candle, and she offers the Buddha incense. And she did like this. And I don't know what did she say to the Buddha. I was so curious about that when I first came to the room. And one day I decided to ask her, Suko, what did you do? What did you tell to the Buddha every early morning? And do you know what she shared to me? She made the vow to take care of her practice. So she have good health, healthy enough to support, to serve the Sangha, to support her sister in the health care. So by simple practice like this, but we continuously, every day, we build the spiritual energy, spiritual practice. My younger in the room, she has the breathing corner and she put angel. My elder put Buddha statue. My younger, she put angel. Myself, I put my teacher, my Thai teacher. Or I have the picture with Thai when I first ordained. This is the right first moment after ordained. And I put this picture on my breathing corner, the picture with Thai. So to remember the happy moment and also to inspire my practice every day. But so at home, you can create the happy corner, the breathing corner, the breathing room. But what will we do in the breathing corner, in the breathing room? I will tell you. So when some people touch my suffering, or I suffer myself, sometimes I suffer myself, nobody do nothing, I just suffer because of the suffering from the store conscious that comes up. So when I'm suffer, I come to my breathing corner to practice embrace my suffering and to beginning anew, to make a new start, to change my negative feeling become a positive feeling. So the first thing I will do, I will practice in my breathing corner. This is I learned from Brother Pháp Dung. I am my teacher continuation, but I also my elders continuation. So now I don't have my teacher by side, so I learn from my elders. And I apply the practice and I share. So the first thing we will do in the breathing corner is to stop. If we don't stop, nothing happens. We cannot heal. We cannot love again. We cannot have happiness if we don't stop. Stop suffering. But don't wait until we suffer and we practice. It's very difficult. So in the daily life, we cultivate the practice like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes. Like save the wood for the winter. So when we suffer, we have the capacity of embracing, to embrace our suffering. So the first step is stop, but how we stop? At the beginning, I cannot sit and stop. I am a running person. I run very fast. I play football, you know. So meditate at the beginning is difficult for me. I do slow walking. So at home, you can do slow walking, very slow, to stop. Stop negative feeling, letting go negative feeling, and stop thinking, negative thinking. Or you can do sitting meditation, drink tea, or listen good music, practicing music. Don't listen the music that after that music you want to go for fighting. So listen Plum Village music. It's nourishing. So singing meditation, walking, slow walking meditation, eating meditation in your breathing corner is fine. No problem. So the first step is stop. Stop in every breath, every steps, every moment. And the second one is recognizing. So when we stop, we can recognize how are you, how my body, where's the painful, where's the fear, where's the tired, how is my happiness, where's the happiness. So recognizing is the second step. Recognize what happened in our body, what happened in our mind. The third one, after recognize, we calm ourselves. Okay, it's easy, huh? We calm down ourselves. So when you suffer, when your husband, your partner, your wife, your children say something make you angry, you come to the breathing corner or breathing room. Stop for 1 minute if you don't have enough time. 1 minute is fine. You recognize I'm suffering. And you calm the suffering. You let the suffering down to the earth. But don't all the way to send the earth suffering. When you're happy, you also send the earth your happiness, your happy step. When we can calm, so we hold it. Hold it first. Hold it to get the inside more solid. And when we can hold it, we look in deeply. Looking deeply for all the conditions that bring your beloved one suffering, and forgive. You know, when I forgive my father, I look very deeply in the society, in his time, because of the world, because of hungry, because my father came from a single parent family, that my grandfather, both of my mother and my father also came from single parent family. Because of the war, so the grandfather passed away early. So only both my grandmom to raise my mother and my father. And in the single parents family, a lot of difficult for parents to raise a child, and a lot of difficult for a child too. So forgive the condition of their situation. So when I can understand that my father never experienced the father love, because of his father, after 1 week he was born, had no father. So he never takes the fatherhood, takes the love from father. But he tried his best to offer myself a better father that he could. So I'm lucky than him. So by the way of practicing, we can recognize that. And when we can recognize that, we love again. So looking deeply in the society, in the culture elements, in the history, in many things, and forgive that. We are lucky more than our parents. And the next is understanding. Understanding is mean we can accept, we have acceptance. Without understanding, we cannot love. I love you, but I don't understand you. It's not true love. So, by the way to understanding, we need to stop recognizing, calm, hold it, looking deeply in the relationship, and get understanding. So when I understand my father's suffering, I can offer him true love. This is the way to go to true love. The number 1 to number 6 from Brother Pháp Dung. Number 7, made by Ancient Temple. Living in the community, I receive a lot of supporting from my elders and my youngest, and I know how to build the true love in the spiritual family. That is a great opportunity to offer my blood family. So if I don't practice, if I don't receive, I don't cultivate true love in the community, in the Sangha, I cannot write a love letter for my younger sister-in-law and my younger brother. So this is a good condition for us to touch deeply in life and to be real human being. The 4th step, asking for support. So when we all share with our beloved one 3 steps, the asking for support very easy, because we ask by the humble way, because we would like to have good relationship, and we would like to become a real human being, not a robot in the life. So we ask for help. After 1 year stay in a Deer Park Monastery, after winter retreat, after winter, I asked my brothers in solidarity, Hamlet, please offer us breakfast with the soy milk warm, almond milk warm, because they took milk from the cooler, very cold in the winter morning, and I cannot have breakfast with the cold almond milk. So I asked for help. So ask, by the way, ask simple, ask humble, ask wholeheartedly, that because I have Asian stomach, I cannot drink soy milk, cold soy milk in the early morning. May you support. So by asking for support with the humble humility. So because we love, because we want to build the true love, because we want to happy, so we practice. The practice comes from us, for us. We don't ask others first, we ask ourselves first. So we practice loving speech, deep listening, and for sure, cultivating true love. It means we cultivate happiness and we transform our suffering. And now is the time for you to enjoy the practice, the real practice, with someone who still have long hair. Because as a monastic, we have short hair or no hair. But I invite 2 of my brother-to-be. They will come and practice for you to enjoy and to learn and to experience and to inspire you that you can bring home, apply to your family. So dear my brother-to-be, may we invite you to come here, Danny and Mas. They are our brother-to-be. If they are lucky enough, they will have no hair soon. Yeah, please feel free to practice. May we listen one sound of the bell.
Dear Ty, dear community, dear Max. So I would like to water your flowers. Yeah, I just want to express appreciation of just how much kindness and understanding you've shown me in the few months we've been living together. And we've had difficult moments, and I've had moments where I've suffered a lot. And yeah, you've just shown a lot of like desire to understand me and to change and to be receptive when I've brought things up to you. And yeah, I really see that. I really appreciate it. And, you know, in the big ways and in the very small, everyday ways that you show that you care and you're trying. Means a lot. Yeah, and I have a lot of respect for your diligence in this practice, and yeah, just sharing the room with you, I see how much you try, and always trying to cultivate your mindfulness and practice the fine manners and attending everything, and yeah, you have a really good practice energy. That's very supportive to me. Makes it easier for sure, because it's like, okay, I see what you're doing, and I'm like, I want to match that also. It's very supportive. As far as sharing regrets, I think there's not a lot that comes to mind as far as big things. Recently, I've kind of shared some regrets, and we've talked. But I do want to say that I do have my blind spots, and if there are ways in which I've like created suffering for you, in big ways or in small ways, that sharing a space that I could do better. I always appreciate when you're open with me and direct, which you're very good at. And I don't have a hurt to express right now, but I will ask for support with something. I think you've expressed to me that I can always feel free to come to you when I'm suffering or struggling with something, and I really appreciate that, and I think, yeah, I want you to know that I struggle a lot with being open and vulnerable when I'm suffering and asking for help. So I think, yeah, sometimes I might come to you and just kind of express that I'm stressed or upset about something, but I'll do it in a very kind of like nonchalant sort of way where it's like I'm not really being very vulnerable, or it's very like quick and in passing. And I think sometimes when I do that, it's underneath that is really a desire for like, I want more, I need more support, and I don't know how to ask for it or how to be open and vulnerable enough in that moment. And I have a strong, I have a hard time feeling with like I'm inconveniencing or burdening people. So I think that's related to where that comes from. So I think, yeah, just was telling you just so you understand that about me. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Dear Ty, dear community, dear brother Danny. Thank you so much for sharing with me. I feel deeply touched by your words, and yeah, it's been a joy to share the practice with you, and to be with you here and now. If I were to try to list all of your wonderful qualities, I think we would be here until after lunch. So for those of you that are new to the community, I'll just give you the best of Danny. Danny's an amazing chef. There's a word that goes around the kitchen. It's a Danny pasta. And when this word is heard, everyone rejoices. Danny makes the most amazing pasta, and yeah, with Danny, the possibilities are endless. No, it's true. Sometimes he's like, oh, I'm thinking about broccoli flour with onion, and it's just amazing how much talent and love you put into what you cook. So that's really cool, especially because, yeah, our lives revolve a lot around the food here, and it's a great way to express gratitude to the community. Danny, you're also a very, very talented guitarist. In case you missed the music festival, he's superstar bassist. And it's wonderful just to hear the harmonic melodies floating through the room as you try to master all the chords and stuff like that. It's really cool. You're also a really great roommate because you're very, very considerate. I notice, you're very aware of what I'm doing, and you're very skillful to go out of your way not to inconvenience me. You're aware as soon as I'm about to go to sleep, you keep the lights down. And there's many times I've noticed, and I've been wow, he's really, it's a really great energy in the room. It makes me feel very cared for. And it's really hard to think in front of all these people. I'll move on to sharing regrets. So, I think, I don't know if you know, but I am born in the year of the dragon. Okay, so dragons have 117 scales. This is one of their attributes. And the number 117 means that they have equal good and bad qualities. So I have a lot of things I can share to go along with some of my good qualities. But I think one of my bad qualities is that I complain a lot. Still complain quite a bit. And you're very equanimous. You like to, if I need to talk about something that's inconvenienced me during the day, just listen very deliberately. And it makes me able to let go of my suffering. And I think frequently in the mornings I'm prone to being grumpy. I have a very I just have a strong energy of I don't want to talk too much, and I know that there's times that I feel like I might have been a little grumpy. So thanks for allowing me to have space in the mornings. And I think another thing about me is that this year I'm practicing to take a year to just say no. Because people ask me, they request things, and I always want to say yes. And then when I look inside, I'm angry that I'm saying yes. And then because I'm angry inside, I make people outside angry by my way of being around saying yes. So I'm okay, I'm done with that. I'm just going to take a year to say no to whatever people say, just as the default, just to try something new. So there was a sister who asked for us to be here right now. And I wanted to say no, but she's so powerful. I was saying, I don't think so, Suko. I'm not sure. And I couldn't find the word no inside of me because her practice is so strong. I don't know what it is. I couldn't save us from this. And then yesterday I looked at the rotation and I'm oh, I'm cooking today. Yes, we're free. And the schedule at Plum Village is like such a key part of our community. We follow the schedule very diligently. It's it's like one of the most important things that we do is follow the schedule. So I'm like, okay, we're free, Danny. But then the sister comes to me this morning during breakfast and she says, I have found someone to replace you. I was like, no, how is she so strong? So I won't mention her name. But I tried, and yeah, I have regrets, but not really. This is fun. This is funny, and yeah, okay. So I think I am going to express a hurt if that's okay. Okay. So yeah, we have a really wonderful room. It's a very, very big room. It's the biggest room in the entire monastery, and it's shared by just us. We're reminded frequently how lucky we are. So, yeah, at the end of the day, I like to, walk very mindfully, and I arrive at the room. I say, I have arrived. I am home. And then I take my shoes off. I place them very tidily, hoping that all beings will walk mindfully, coming and going in freedom. And then I take a step in the door. It's so cool. And I take another step. And then I feel, oh no, what is this? Oh my God. Oh, Danny, please help me not to wear shoes inside, so that I don't get dirt on my foot. Yeah, that's it.
I'm sorry, Mas. When you need me to do something for you, I will do. So the last thing I would like to share to end the beginning a new presentation today is the breathing corner. At home, you can create, if you don't see in the back, you can stand up if you want. So normally we have calligraphy and candle, bell, tea, so to support it in the practice. So I would like to share with you this. It's beautiful. Can you read it? Yeah, you don't see it. So this made by Brother Pháp Dung. And this corner is a lot of candle with calligraphy and many things like breathe in the wood there. Is the fundraising table that we, all the monks and nuns here, we make it by hand. And we do it after we do sitting meditation and walking, after we practice. So we offer the art for practice. So if you want something like this to hang in your wall in the house and to create your corner, breathing corner, you can come to the fundraising table. Sister Huê Nghiêm and her monastic sibling create that for support us in the practice. So I love to enjoy the calligraphy practice a lot. We have a lot. This is a calligraphy that my teacher wrote for me long time ago when I first ordained. It's in Vietnamese, but is it my name in Vietnamese? Ancient temple. Dear ancient temple, breathe my child. Chúa xưa ơi, thở đi con. In the monastic retreat in Upper Hamlet, so we have a very legendary moment with Thầy, and then Thầy wrote it for me. So it's keep in my breathing corner every day. It inspires me for practice. So we will open the fundraising table today in the washing area. If you want to have some candle to support monastic, we do it to support you for your practice, but also you can support us to repair the road. Did you experience our road from the gate? So you ride the car, but like ride the horse, you know? Yeah. So we try our best to have enough condition to fix the road. So it's in the fundraising table. So thank you very much for coming and for practicing. I know that I try to share in your language, so please forgive if my English not good enough. So thank you, and we will end with 3 sounds of the bells.